guys! So, in this time, let me introduce myself to you first. My name is Naila Amrita Chakravion and my student number is 2024-32051. And now, I would like to explain about my practicum report 4. So, let's get started. Okay, in this 4 practicum report, it is divided into 2 questions that must be done according to their respective student numbers, and here I get odd questions. So let's go straight to the practicum report. Okay, in this first question, we are instructed to manually calculate the mean value, standard deviation, and t-count. And here are the results of the manual work that I did. Okay, next question. For the question 1.2, we have to conduct it in hypothesis testing using a two-sided t-test. And this is the code and the output. Okay, the institution estimates that the average study duration of student is 5 hours. To test this assumption, a two-sided one sample hypothesis test was conducted using study duration data from 12 students. The null hypothesis states that the average student study duration is 5 hours, while the alternative hypothesis states that the average is not equal to 5 hours. Based on the result of the analysis with the t-test at the 5% significant level, it was obtained like this. Since the p-value is greater than of 0.05, the decision is to fail to reject the null hypothesis. In addition, the 95% confidence interval for the mean is in the range of 4.747 to 5.030, which still includes the value of 5. Thus, it can be concluded that there is not statistically significant difference between the average student study duration and the value of 5 hours estimated by the institution. This means that the data obtained is still consistent with the institution assumption that the average duration of student learning is around 5 hours per day. Next question is number 2. In question number 2, we can use the after and before columns to answer the following questions. And question number 2.1, we have to visualize individual lines per student from before and after scores using ggplot. And this is the code, and this is the output. Okay, from the picture above, it can be observed that there is an increasing trend in the scores of most students after the treatment or intervention. Although the student study duration varies, most the grades in the after condition appear to be in higher position compared to the before condition. This indicates a possible positive effect of the treatment on improving students' grades. However, to ascertain whether the difference is statistically significant, further analysis such as paired t-test is required. This visualization provides a useful initial picture of the pattern of change in grades before and after treatment, and helps in interpreting the result of further quantitative analysis. Next question is question number 2.2. So in question number 2.2, we have to conduct hypothesis testing and and determine if results are statistically significant and explainable. Okay, this is the code and this is the output. Okay, based on the result of the paired t-test conducted, a t-value of 10.477 was obtained with the degree of freedom, aka df, of 11 and a p-value of 4.631 times 10 mean 7, the p-value, which is much smaller than the 0.05 level of significance, indicates that the difference in scores before and after treatment is statistically significant. The main difference in scores between and after and before conditions was 7.333 with a 95% confidence interval ranging from 5.079 to 8.87. Since the confidence interval does not include 0, it further strengthens the evidence that there is a real difference between the two conditions. Thus, it can be concluded that the treatment provided had a significant effect on the increase in scores, and the null hypothesis, which states there is no difference, is rejected. Next question is number 3. In question number 3, we have to merge the method column A and B into a new data frame data method. This is the code and this is the output. Okay, these two pictures show the creation process and result of a data frame named method in RStudio. This data frame is created by taking two columns from the hypothesis object, method A and method B, which contain the measure values of the two test methods. The result is a table with 12 rows displaying the pairs of values of the two methods for each sample. This data can be used to statistically compare the effectiveness of the two methods, such as through a paired t-test. Next question is number 3.1. And this question we have to visualize using a box plot. This is the code and this is the output. Okay. The two images above are interconnected in the data visualization process. The first image is the code used to create a box plot diagram of the method frame data, which contains two columns of result data from two learning methods, namely hypothesis point method A and hypothesis point method B. The second image is the visualization result of the comment in the form of a box plot diagram. And this diagram displays the distribution of scores from both learning methods. From the visualization, it can be seen that the median value of method A is higher than method B. Also, the distribution of method B value is wider, indicating greater variation in the data compared to method A. This graph helps visualize the difference in result between the two methods, as well as show whether there is a possibility of statistically significant difference. And the last question is question 3.2. And this question, we have to perform independent sample t-test using paired files. This is the code and the output. Okay. The two figures above explain the process and result of the Welch two-sample t-test in RStudio. The results show a t-statistic value 2.0126 with degrees of freedom, aka df, of about 20.812 72 and a p-value of 0.05728. Since the p-value is slightly greater than 0.05, there is not enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis at the 5% significant level. Even though the difference is visible, the confidence interval for the mean difference is between mean 0.13 to 7.96, which includes 0, corroborating the conclusion that the difference is not statistically significant. The mean of method A is 76.75, while method B is 72.83. Indicating that descriptively method A has a higher value, but statistically the difference is inconclusive at alpha of 0.05. Okay, that's all I can explain for this practical report 4. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.